I want to let you in on a dirty little secret here in the real estate market in Cincinnati. There are literally thousands of agents in our local market, and they all do basically the same thing. If you meet with them, sure, they'll tell you how great they are, how many clients they've worked with, how great their reviews are, how many homes they've sold in the area, or awards they've won, or professional designations that they've earned. But this is their attempt to differentiate themselves from their competition, which is the thousands of other agents. But the truth is, they don't do anything different than any other agent. They're all basically the same. The service that they offer their clients is exactly the same. So there's a big difference between listing your home and selling your home. Any agent of those thousands of agents can simply list your home. In fact, you can do a quick Google search right now and find an agent that will list your home in the MLS for $500 or less. The problem is simply listing your home will not sell it. So if your top two goals in selling your home are number one, to sell it quickly, and number two, to sell for top dollar, listing your home is not going to accomplish either of those goals. And of course, we know most sellers are looking to sell quickly and looking to sell for top dollar. So most owners of properties, if they're listing on their own or even their agents, will utilize the same method, which I call the post and pray method. This is simply posting your home for sale in the MLS, on Zillow, on other consumer sites and apps, and praying for showings and offers to come in. Now, this may work for some homes that are in a first-time buyer price point when the market's really hot, but if your home is unique or if your home is at a higher price point, this method simply doesn't work. So the question becomes, why do so many homeowners and agents still utilize this method? First off, homeowners don't know any better, so I don't blame them. It's not their fault. But 83% of for sale by owner listings end up listing with an agent later because they were unsuccessful utilizing the post and pray method. Unfortunately, many agents still utilize this method even though they know that it doesn't work. And the reason they do that is because it's cheaper for them to do so. And they get away with it because homeowners don't realize that this is all their agents are doing. Full disclosure here, my name is Patrick Grosser. I'm a real estate agent. I serve the greater Cincinnati area, Ohio, and Kentucky. I'm with Fathom Realty. What I'm going to do is show you that I'm not like the thousands of other agents in the local market. And the reason for that is I actually offer additional marketing that helps to sell my clients' homes for top dollar as quickly as possible. And the method I use is one that other agents simply don't use. And this is called target marketing. This is truly how you can sell your home quickly for top dollar. But whether or not you want to work with me, I'm going to show you how you can actually do this on your own. First of all, the concept of target marketing is, in addition to exposing your listing to as many buyers as humanly possible through Zillow, the MLS, and other consumer sites and apps, we're also going to zero in on the most opportune buyers. Those are the people that are most interested in the unique features of your home, that would be most likely interested in buying your home and most willing to pay top dollar and to act quickly to buy your home because their needs and their wants perfectly match with the features of your home, what you're offering. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a $350,000 two-story home. You have 4 beds, 2.5 baths, a 2-car garage, a flat and fenced-in backyard. You have a study or an office on the first floor, and you're located in a desirable school district. Your most opportune buyers are going to be those that have a household income of $75,000 to $125,000. If they're making less than that, they probably can't afford your house. And if they're making much more than that, they're likely to buy a more expensive home. They need to have at least a 620 credit score to do a conventional loan, which would be best for you when you're selling. They're probably age 30 to 45, likely a married couple with school-aged children if they're at that age. They may also have a dog, so they would very much like the flat and fenced-in backyard for their dog and their kids to play in. And of course, they're attracted to your school district because of the school-aged children that they have. And if they're working from home, they would really like the study office that you have on the first floor. So you can see how people that fit this buyer profile would be most interested in the features of your home and most likely to pay you top dollar and to act quickly in buying your home. The way we find these people is through marketing list brokers. These are some examples here of companies that you can use and that I use on a regular basis. There's certainly several others. The concept is to after you've determined the criteria of your most opportune buyers, we go through and we select those criteria from one of these marketing list brokers on their site. This is a screenshot of what it looks like. So for this particular example, we're looking at all of Cincinnati. We're looking at the income that I mentioned. We're looking at the age range, households with children, and also interests in dogs as well. So you can see we have just short of 1,500 leads to target market. So in addition to exposing your listing to everybody who might potentially buy your home, we're specifically retargeting marketing to the most opportune buyers that are on this list that all share these criteria for why they would be most interested in paying a premium for your house. The next step we do here is we buy the list. That gives us the names, the mailing addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses of these contacts. And we build a property website which showcases your home with professional photography, a description of the features, and also allows viewers to request showing or ask questions. And of course, those showings will eventually lead to an offer. The way we reach the most opportune buyers is a couple different ways. First, offline, we can do postcards with a QR code, and that QR code, when it's scanned with a smartphone, will take your viewers directly to the property website where they can get more information. If we do an online approach, we can upload the emails and phone numbers into the custom audience within Facebook, and we can do targeted ads to the Facebook news feed for just those people who are the most opportune buyers for your home. Now you can see already with just a quick overview how the post and pray method varies from the targeted marketing strategy. So again, post and pray is simply hoping that the right buyer comes along and offers you a fair price. Of course, very different and very much more effective is the target marketing approach, where you're reaching the right buyers and you're expecting that you're going to sell for absolute top dollar. But here's the best part. You don't even need an agent. You can actually do this by yourself. So let's review the steps that you need to go through. I'm going to take a look at my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything, but just follow along and take some notes here. If you want to do this yourself, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do that. First of all, you have to determine the criteria for your most opportune buyers. You have to enter those criteria into the mailing list or marketing list broker's website. You buy the list from the broker, create a property website with descriptions and photos. There's plenty of free website templates that you can utilize for that. With an offline marketing approach, you can create a postcard with a QR code, and to send those leads to the property website, you can work with a printer to get those done, mail those out either through the post office or directly through the printer to those addresses that are on that list. The online approach, you can create a Facebook ad with a link to that property website that you've created. And you can also upload those email addresses and phone numbers into the Facebook custom audience and run a Facebook ad through your ad account to target those people in their Facebook newsfeed as they're browsing on their app. The next thing you need to do as buyers express interest and they're reaching out to you is to take those phone calls from potential buyers, schedule the showings, get your home ready to show, follow up with those buyers and agents to ask for offers after the showings occur, review and negotiate those offers, negotiate the repair requests after the inspection, challenge the appraisal if it comes in too low. You also need to follow up with a lender to confirm that the loan is approved. And then finally, if you get to that point, contact the title company to schedule the closing. So the question is, what is all this going to cost? What are your out-of-pocket expenses and how much time is this going to take? So you can see here I've highlighted each of these steps that I went through on the previous slide, and most of these steps are simply going to take your time. They're not going to be out-of-pocket expenses. But I will highlight here a few of the out-of-pocket expenses. Buying the list from the broker, depending on how many contacts you get. In this case, about 1,500 contacts is going to cost you $325 to $450. Professional photography for your photos for your property website will cost about $150. To create the postcard is about 20 cents per postcard times 1,500 cards. That's $300 plus 36 cents per postcard. To mail that, it's going to be $540. Depending on how long you run your Facebook ad, it's going to be $5 to $10 per day is what I would recommend to budget. And then also, in addition to your time, if you look down at reviewing and negotiating offers, if you don't feel comfortable negotiating those offers because it is a legally binding contract that you're negotiating, you can hire an attorney to review that and counsel you on that. And if you can't figure out how to challenge the appraisal if it comes in low, you can also hire an appraiser to give a second opinion, and that would be an additional expense. So all things considered, without attorney's fees and appraisal fees, the out-of-pocket expenses would be $1,400 to $1,750 of your own money coming out of pocket, plus all of your time. So the question is, in addition to how much is it going to cost? Of course, you're considering doing this on your own because you want to save some money overall. So let me walk you through, and you can take some notes on how much you might be able to save. So as you may know, most agents will charge 6% of the purchase price to list and sell your home, regardless of whether they're doing target marketing or they're doing just the post and pray method. This is the typical rate that you'll see out there. So you're thinking you're going to save 6% of the sale price. However, you want to look at the expenses line by line to make sure that that's actually going to happen. The first thing you'll realize is whether you're listing on your own or working with an agent, you're most likely going to need to pay 3% to a buyer's agent for their commission. So most buyers are working with an agent, and those agents are going to require 3% of the sale price as their commission because that's what they're getting on all the MLS listings on average. So they're going to require that even if you're listing by owner or you're listing with an agent, that 3% is going to be a cost that you're going to incur either way. If you list with an agent, half of the 6% that you're paying the listing agent, that listing agent actually pays and covers that expense. In addition to the buyer's agent commission, we need to account for the out-of-pocket advertising expenses that we mentioned, $1,400 to $1,750. If we're calculating your time, if your time is worth $25 per hour, you want to budget for about 100 hours is how much it's going to take to get everything done from listing to closing. So that's about $2,500. Of course, you can recalculate this if your time is worth more than $25 per hour. The things that we can't really quantify, but we want to at least consider, are how many thousands of dollars you might be missing or might be losing in a couple different scenarios. If you accept a lower offer than you should, if you disagree with the buyer's repair request and the buyer chooses to walk away, and then you have to find another buyer and start the whole process over. If you agree to do some repairs that you shouldn't agree to do, because maybe the buyer would move forward in the process, even if you said no to those repairs. If you can't successfully challenge a low appraisal, you could lose money there. And also, of course, if the loan doesn't get approved, then you have to find another buyer and start the process over. Ultimately, your savings depends on your skills to market, sell, negotiate, and close the sale of your home. And also, it depends a little bit on luck, whether you're working on your own or you're working with an agent. Sometimes there's things outside of your control that are going to happen, and you may have to start the process over again. So if you're confident in marketing, selling, negotiating, closing the sale of your home on your own, you can do it by yourself. As I've said before, all you need to do is go through the steps that I outlined earlier. You're certainly welcome to rewatch this video and take as many notes as you want if you want to do this on your own. If you're not sure that you can do it on your own, or you simply don't want to do it on your own because you value your time more than I've budgeted for here, and then you actually won't end up saving any money, go ahead and schedule an appointment for us to discuss this further. All you need to do is click the link below. So here's what to expect from our appointment. We'll take a quick tour of your home, and I will explain to you how to optimize the quality, the pricing, and the exposure of your home's listing. These are the three most critical points in marketing and selling your home. First off, the quality of your home has to be top notch. So I'm going to tell you what staging you need to do, any repairs you need to make, and any renovations you need to do to get your home ready to sell. And I will also help you prioritize those repairs and renovations that will be most cost effective, that will give you a return on your investment, and which ones would actually be a waste of money. I'll also take a look at your listing, how we can optimize the quality of your listing through professional photos, videos, and a professional property website that we can do for you as well. This is going to put your home in the best light online. And of course, the product that people are buying online when they look at it is the photos and the presentation of your listing. So the quality, not only of your home, but of the way your home is presented, which is the listing, has to be absolute top-notch quality. So in terms of pricing, we want to position your home to be the best value on the market. The way we do that is to determine the current value of your home by reviewing recently sold comparable homes, ones that are similar to yours that are nearby. We can look at what they've sold for, compare them to your home, and determine what your home is worth. Then we also, before listing, look at the active listings that are nearby, that are comps for your house as well, to make sure that we're positioning your home, we're pricing your home to be the best value. So in addition to the quality of your home and the quality of your listing being top notch, the price has to be exactly right. If it's too low, you're going to be giving it away for too little. And if it's too high, either buyers won't look at the house or they won't write offers. So we need to get that exactly right. We need to optimize your price as well. We also need to optimize your exposure. So I'll go through with you how we can reach all potential buyers through the MLS, all the consumer sites and apps. But in addition to that, unlike the agents that will do post and pray method, which we know doesn't work, we will also focus on targeting the most opportune buyers, those that are most willing to pay you absolute top dollar and are most likely to act quickly to buy your home. I'm going to discuss how we can specifically reach them and make sure that you sell your home quickly for top dollar. I'll also share with you my menu of services. You can literally pick the services you like and just avoid the ones you don't like. And we can customize your strategy based on your budget, choose the pricing that you want. So essentially you only pay for the services that you feel like you actually need. Okay, that's very important to understand. I don't know of any other agents that offer complete customization in terms of pricing and services to sell your home. Throughout the entire appointment, I'll have total transparency with you, shoot you straight, make sure you understand what needs to be done, whether you work with me or whether you do this on your own. The mission for me is to provide you with actionable professional advice so that you can have success in selling quickly for top dollar. Now, of course, I think I'm the person who's best to be able to help you to do that. But if even after we've met, you're confident that you can do it on your own, you're free to do that. There will be absolutely no awkward or high pressure sales pitch. I know how bad it is when a salesperson tries to force me to do something I don't want to do. It simply doesn't work. And again, it's awkward. Nobody likes to do that. So I promise we're not going to put you in that position. We're just giving you professional, actionable advice that you can go ahead and run with on your own, or you can work with me to make sure that you can sell your home quickly for top dollar. So let's review a little bit about the differences once again, post and pray method versus target marketing. So you can simply post your listing to Zillow and in the MLS and consumer sites and pray that you're going to get showings and offers, and maybe you'll get a fair price for your home. Or you can go with a target marketing approach and make sure that you're reaching the right buyers who are most likely to pay you the most money for your home. And you're expecting that you're going to sell for top dollar because you know that approach is more effective. The target marketing approach is going to make sure that you reach the most opportune buyers, those that are most interested in the features of your home and therefore most interested in paying you top dollar for your home and acting quickly to buy your home. This is the way you sell quickly and sell for top dollar. There's nobody else that I know of that does this, no other agents. Again, the dirty little secret is that there's thousands of agents in our area and they all do the post and pray method. They all do basically the same thing. Again, this does work sometimes, the post and pray method, for homes that are in the first time buyer price point. But if your home is at a higher price point, or if you have unique features in your home that you need to highlight, the post and pray method does not work. The traditional agent approach simply does not work. So again, if you want to sell quickly for top dollar, all you have to do is schedule an appointment. We can discuss this further. Go ahead and click the link below and get started.